The three most popular Battle Royales today are Fortnite, Apex Legends, and Call of Duty Warzone. Studios have tried and failed to create a competitive BR over the years, and today, in this video, I will be exploring a BR that was doomed from the start but had the potential to be a Warzone killer. Today, I'll be exploring Battlefield V's Firestorm. Let's start at the beginning. Battlefield V came out in November of 2018. It was the 11th main installment of the Battlefield franchise. Now let's think of the landscape during that time. Call of Duty came out with Black Ops 4 in October, which had Blackout because they had no campaign at the time, and it had a 100-player BR built into the game at launch. But on the Battlefield front, we had Battlefield V come out in November of 2018, but Firestorm, the BR for Battlefield V, didn't come out until March of 2019, 6 months later after Battlefield have already been released. So a little bit behind the scenes, Firestorm wasn't made by DICE like Battlefield was. Instead, they handed it over to Criterion Games. Yep, the folks known for making racing games like Burnout or Need for Speed. Who would have thought? But they actually nailed some pretty cool stuff. They took Battlefield's three big things: explosions, vehicles, and teamwork, and blended them all with a Battle Royale gameplay. See, in most BR games as we know it today, the circle is a shrinking circle or a zone, which is kind of boring when you think about it. But in Firestorm, it was a literal wall of fire. It looked awesome, I'm not gonna lie, and it sounded even better. It just felt like running from the storm feel more dramatic. It's like you're not racing a timer, you're like escaping an inferno. I think it was one of the coolest ideas in the entire mode. The map, oh man, okay, the map was called Halvoy, and it was huge, like the biggest in Battlefield history huge. Snowy mountains, open fields, lakes, small towns. You could drive across it in tanks, trucks, even tractors. Yeah, tractors. I'm serious. It made every match feel very different. You could land in a quiet village or drop straight into a war zone, pun intended. Like other BR games though, you drop in with nothing and had to find weapons, armor, gear, but Firestorm added Battlefield flavor. You could find safes, capture supply points, or unlock special objectives or high-tier loot. You could play solo, but Firestorm really pushed the squads mode. You and 3 teammates rolling through the map, trying to survive together, and if you had a tank, you kind of felt like kings. But the tanks weren't invincible. There were rocket launchers and explosives everywhere, so yeah, even in a tank, you weren't safe. Now, I know this sounds phenomenal, but what went wrong? Well, let's look at it from a player perspective. I found this on Reddit here, and I'll go through it, but these are a couple things that I found common themes on the Reddit string for Battlefield V's Firestorm. So you look at it here, paywall. Unlike other BR games from competitors, you first had to buy the game. No anti-cheat, so filled with cheaters, wallers, and aimbotters. Only one map, so it got boring pretty quick. A lot of small technical issues, and then bad timing for launch. It neared the top of popularity of game modes after I talked about that earlier with, Call of Duty with Blackout. And then Battlefield V didn't sell as planned. Right from the day of launch, they lost interest in the title and moved on. It was never meant to survive, so they gave up on it. EA really never gave it the support, and they gave up on it. Even at today, if you look at the Steam charts, the all-time record for all-time peak is 114,000 players. That's a lot of players. In the last 24 hours, you can see 18,000 players. And then as the time of me playing this game, in the last 19 to 20 minutes, about 8,000 players. But for Firestorm in general, finding a lobby on PC is just not going to happen. I tried for over 20 minutes on PC and I could not find one lobby. So I had to do what I had to do, and I had to hook up my Xbox Series X, download the game, and hop in, and I found 2 lobbies for solo Firestorm. The first, which you see here, had 21 players out of 64, which I thought was a lot. I was like, wow, we're gonna get lobbies here. This thing's still cooking for Xbox. Then we hop in, and as you can see, I was really shocked at how great the game looked. The graphics were beautiful. The firewall for the Firestorm is amazing. I wish we had that in other Battle Royale games today. But you spend a lot of time looting and rotating. Now I know that's only 21 players out of 64, but this map was gigantic. And when you think of maps today, we have Verdansk back with 150 player count. This is 64. Think about Resurgence, where we have 42, 72 on Vondale. 64 was this giant map. So you spend a lot of time looting up and getting all the loot you can. There's a lot of dead time and you don't take a lot of gunfights. Finally, after looting and getting everything I needed, I encountered my first gunfight and I was so excited. Take a look how it ended. Now, I know what you're going to say, and yes, I can see how camping could definitely be a problem in this game, especially because of the terrain and the mountains and everything. It's either to hide on this map and take out enemies. But the map is gorgeous. I really love how the way it looked. The second lobby, it took me over 20 minutes to find a lobby. Oh, we got one. Ha! And you know what? I only got 7 players total out of 64 to play with, as you can see here.
We found a lobby after 4 tries. We got 7 players. All right, well, you know what? That's what we can do. It was 0 on PC, so.
After all the looting and gathering and rotating, I finally got to see how powerful tanks are in this mode. Check this out.
Oh, it's a freaking tank. There's a tank. What do I do? Yeah, I mean, what do you do? I need my gun. Oh, I needed my Panzer.
Now that was a crazy gunfight. Obviously I lost. Tank versus man. Tank's always going to win. But the game was a lot of fun and I feel like it was ahead of its time if it got the support. But my final thoughts here when I'm looking at this game, I actually enjoyed playing it. It was a lot of fun. I like the mountains. I like the snow caps. I like the graphics. I like the rotations. It was very fun to play. I feel like Firestorm had all the pieces. It just didn't have the timing and support. Now, it's a memory, a cool idea that never really got a chance it deserved. But for the players who did drop in and fight through the fire, it was something special for them. I want to know, what do you think? Could Firestorm have worked if it launched today as a free-to-play game with regular updates? Or was it always doomed to be a forgotten chapter in the Battlefield history? Because I still hear people say today, Battlefield needs to come out with a BR. Battlefield needs to come out with a BR. Well, they did back in 2019. I know Battlefield 6 is coming and they are looking at adding a BR. We'll see that later this year, but leave a comment below and let me know what you think. And hey guys, if you enjoy content from me and you want more of content like this, I highly recommend you watch this video here where I played the worst rated battle royales on Steam. If you have time, go ahead and hit that like button, hit subscribe for me, turn notifications on, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks.